Jobbing with Nikki. Yeah, gobbing with Nikki. Jobbing with Nikki. Yeah, we're jobbing with Nikki.
Hi and welcome to the very first interview on Jobbing with Nikki. I am joined by Supersonic Super Brat, Sammy Blue.
How am I feeling today? Who knows? I'm a supersonic, I'm a super brat. I'm sure we'll find out.
Yay. I look forward to it. I want to talk about Super Brat actually.
Okay.
What's your inspiration?
The inspiration. Well, I think it's quite obvious the main inspiration is Charli XCX.
Yeah.
She's a great artist, and I feel like with her last album, like it really spoke to me in terms of like what I could do with my character. So I don't know if you could tell, I'm not the biggest lad about. So I knew. Can we swear on here?
Yeah.
I knew I was gonna have to play a chicken shit heel, and I thought like doing something in terms of like being obsessed with myself would be like the most annoying version of Sammy I could be. When I was talking to Sean only about this, the super brat version of Sammy is what happens when youth goes too far, pretty much. I'm quite youthful, anyways, in my general look. I'm a young whippersnapper, as I say. Yeah. It's mainly Charli XCX, but there's a lot of like horror inspiration.
Oh really?
Yeah. The Ty West Pearl trilogy being one of them.
Right.
Like being obsessed with being a star, and like that sort of like theme throughout the three films.
Have you never told me that before?
No. I feel like I meant to mention it on other things I've done, but yeah, there's a Nikki exclusive.
Nikki exclusive. We get all the gossip here. You say you're not big lad. You got that sleeper build, son.
A sleeper build.
Sleeper build.
Oh, really?
You've got them guns. You have. You're just comparing yourself to like Billy with his guns.
What do you want about same size as him?
Gung ho. But you've got that sleeper build.
I've got a defined build.
A defined. That's it. That is it. So we did have some questions.
Oh yeah.
Who is the hottest male wrestler in UK wrestling?
Billy O'Keefe. Next question.
That was very simple.
I'm not going to elaborate.
Well, we know that Brat is heavily obsessed with Billy O'Keefe.
Yeah. Billy is an incredible talent, and the fact that he's going along with this bit ever so gracefully is it's a lot of fun. Like I'm just improvising when I'm out there in terms of like stuff to do with him, and he just goes along with it, and like we have a laugh with it.
Good, that's what you need. But it's also like showing a different side to Billy as well.
Yeah,
because he has been known to be very serious when he comes out, or so it's nice to see the interactions with you and Billy. Let me be serious for a minute. Nice to see the interactions with you and Billy and see that comedy side to Billy as well.
Yeah, I mean he can do it. He does it with Jay a lot, but obviously I'm doing it in a different way.
Yeah, exactly. You don't see Jay groping his biceps, so.
I mean, time will tell. Time will tell.
We'll see. You might be fighting over Billy at Blackheart soon.
Custody of Billy O'Keefe match.
Billy on a pole.
Billy on a pole.
Another question was your favourite childhood wrestler.
Well, there's different like childhood wrestlers that I loved. I mean, Shawn Michaels was the lad who got me into wrestling with his match with Ric Flair at WrestleMania 24. I just think like the storytelling there was like just so beautiful, and even as a kid, it like spoke to me. I think the guy I watched the most as a kid were Ray Ray. I feel like that's everyone's like favorite growing up.
Yeah,
he's just got such a cool look, and obviously he's flipping about the shop.
Even my eldest, who didn't like wrestling, kind of liked it, but was obsessed with Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
To the point that they took his biography to school, and the teacher asked him to read it out. I didn't realise there was a lot of swearing in this book.
I had this biography.
So Aiden, at about 9-year-old, was reading out this biography in front of the class, swearing and everything.
Who's that jumping out of the sky?
Yes, R-E-Y. You know you want to finish.
Mysterio, here we go.
There we go. Now another one. Your favorite wrestling holds or moves?
Are you going to expand the
I
question?
am expanding. I want a hold and a move.
A hold and a move. Well, being a Sean only trainee, I can't not say the cravat, or I'm gonna get like decimated at some point. Yeah, the cravat's a good one. I feel like I love doing my head scissors with like the run spot like all against the ropes. I feel like everyone usually likes that. I feel like it's a simple like run spot which gets the crowd like, oh, that boy be moving.
Yeah, I love that spot, to be fair. And your code red?
Code red.
Code red.
There we are.
Code blue.
Code blue. Yeah, code blue for me. I think that's already a move.
I don't care. But the fact, for me, I was actually talking about this with one of my friends who doesn't like wrestling and trying to explain it. And I was like, for me, you getting to hit that on Isaac North because he's not a small man.
No.
He's very, very tall.
Yeah.
And the fact that you managed to hit that perfectly on Isaac North, I was a bit like, holy shit, watching it. Like, it was really impressive.
Thank you.
You know, I love watching your matches anyway. No. I go to more or less all of them. I try.
Stalker alert.
Yeah. Stalker or super fan? You decide.
I'm deciding it's stalker.
I am in your house.
Yeah.
How did I get here?
Who knows?
Over it, window. Right. One question I'm going to ask everybody. 5 fantasy dinner guests, dead or alive. Don't have to be wrestlers, just 5 fantasy guests.
Well, if they're dead, they're not going to have much chat, are they?
If they were alive. Pretend they're alive for a minute, God.
Oh, difficult question. Eddie's got to be on there. I feel like Eddie has so much knowledge that he could just bestow upon me. And he's such a good wrestler, obviously. Stalling, trying to think of 4 more people.
Me.
I can have dinner with you anyways. It's like Charli XCX.
I was going to say, she's got to be in there somewhere.
She's got to be at the table. I feel like just to like get more lore behind Brat and then see how I can like put that intrinsically into the character. Similar thing with Charlie, probably Ty West, the guy who directed Pearl X. Giggles have to be on there just so I can like tell him that he was the lad who got me into wrestling. Not so much Ric Flair. I feel like he might ruin the dinner.
Yeah.
Even though, like, obviously they both played a pivotal part, and it was his retirement. Just Ric Flair.
And you might get to ride in his limo.
Oh, I could ride in his limo, to be fair. But I've got to get Ray in there as well. Oh no, Ray. There's going to be a lot of cutting in this episode.
There's going to be a lot of editing. I'm doing my best.
Yeah, she's doing the most.
Doing the best I can.
If you didn't hear, I said CM Punk was my last guest.
CM Punk.
CM Punk, the punker.
And I'll just sit in the corner and film it. No, we'll get Jeeves to do it.
Yeah, that's what he's good for.
Yeah, Jeeves can get in the corner and do a highlight reel of your dinner party.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
He'll film the chicken coming out.
Have you having chicken?
Yeah, the chicken with the pasta that we was just on about. He'll film the first bites, any highlights of the meal, any pivotal conversation points, and then when we all finish the meal, that'll be like the end of the reel.
Yeah.
He still owes me 50%
of nothing.
Of nothing. Come on, Jeeves, why are you not?
I do want to know if there's any UK wrestler that you're dying to fight, that you really want to face.
Evan Knight.
Evan Knight.
Like, we're on a similar level, so I feel like why haven't our paths crossed yet? And whenever I see him wrestle, I'm just like, oh, it's so impressive, and it's like very much the style that I want to face. Like,
he was loved at Fountains as well.
Yeah, great.
So hopefully, bring him back. He can get in that title picture.
Yeah.
Do you have any thoughts on your triple threat title defense coming up?
Oh, the one with Billy and Muttley.
Yeah.
Am I to answer this in worker mode or generally just.
It's up to you. You choose. I'm just here to listen.
I'm very much looking forward to it. Obviously, both the lads are people I know like very well. Billy, I had a series of matches with last year at Blackheart, and we've gotten intrinsically like connected, so to speak. Like we know each other very well in terms of what we do in the ring, but we never really had that match that we was both pleased with 100%. Even though I feel like we put some good work out there, and me and Muttley, especially at Fountains, I feel like our resume sort of speaks for ourselves.
Oh yeah.
At this point, the first match we had, which crowned me as the inaugural champion. Pat back. I feel like it was good, but it could use some fine tuning. And then we had the no DQ match, and I think that's like pretty much the best match I've ever had. And that was the first match of this year, so you can imagine how the rest of my year's been.
I was so emotional during that match, just like
I loved it.
Sat at the side trying to be impartial, but there was tears. I was just sat like that the whole time. It was brilliant, just watching it back. So I've watched it back with the kids.
Yeah, because you want to see me get hit with a bacon tray.
Sorry, a tuck shop. You know,
yeah.
And then for some reason, Mark got given loads of that popcorn after.
As you should. I mean, as we've established, he's not getting money for these reels, so
he
needs some sort of payment.
He gets popcorn.
He gets popcorn. Some say he's still eating that popcorn since
Just sat at home eating his popcorn.
Yeah, surely it's out of date by now.
Watching
it was
this.
probably out of date then.
Yeah, he best be watching this, eating his popcorn.
Sweet.
What else I want to ask you? Is there what you want to say?
Sweet solid.
Is there what you want to say?
I'll just sit.
Yeah.
Let me just have a sip.
I like glass.
Big straw, innit?
Yeah, that's specifically for Sean.
Yeah, big straw. It's nice that you've been putting yourself out there, not only with the ring announcing, but with this stuff as well. Similar with like Jeebus, it's nice to see like people like enjoying what we put out and then like loving it to the point that they want to make like content about it.
Yeah.
So it's lovely to see.
Shut up. You made me cry. I weren't prepared for this emotional moment.
I'm just really nice and really down to earth and humble, and
he's literally one of the nicest people I know.
All right, calm down.
Oh, so you can be mushy,
we're breaking the mystique of.
I know. We don't want to. I was so proud of you though when you came out as Super Brat. I know how how hard you've been working on it.
A good 7 months I was working on that.
And you came out and you did that promo, and I actually had tears in my eyes. I was like, I'm so proud of him for doing it and getting out. But I'm like it with all you guys, especially down at Fountains. Like, I feel like a sense of pride. Like when you were at True Grit and you were in that fatal four-way with Billy and Gung Ho and Sean, I was just like, this is incredible. Like, it did get dubbed by Dan Griffin as Nikki Mania. Which I'll take because
all the boys.
Yeah,
your boys.
But your debut at True Grit.
Yeah,
we have to mention how I broke the sound barrier.
You did break the sound barrier.
Because somebody hid it from me all day. He's like, "Oh yeah, it's True Grit tonight. Have fun." And then, this music comes on. Me and Jeeves are like, "We know this. Why do we know this? What? Oh my god!" I was out my seat. I was crying. I had so many people coming up to me like, "You didn't know, did you?" Like, no idea. One of the most emotional moments that I've had recently in wrestling.
Well, I'm glad I can provide.
You do provide.
Well, we just had a WrestleFest announced.
Oh, yes.
Ghoul. Intriguing matchup that I have. I won't say anything yet because the match cards have not been announced.
Let's not spoil the surprise.
Very much looking forward to it. July the 5th in Ghoul. Get you sent down.
The day after Jeebus' birthday.
Yeah.
Come down and celebrate with Jeebus.
Make sure to get him some more popcorn because I know he's running low.
I'll be there, obviously, to support
our
beautiful blue boy.
Yeah, so make sure to arrive late so you're avoiding Nikki.
No one wants to avoid me. I'm a heapo fun.
A heap of
A heapo fun.
I didn't know this was a little catchphrase that you had.
It could be my catchphrase for
Oh,
the show.
wow.
Jobbing with Nikki. It's a heapo fun.
I'm sorry about this, guys.
He's used to it. It's fine. Everyone who's watching this will probably be used to me by now.
Yeah, hopefully so. They're in for
Someone actually
surprise.
tagged the page in their story. Someone I don't even know, and they were like, "Watch this. It looks like it's going to be chaos." I was like,
You're right.
"Yeah, because I'll be grabbing you at shows randomly, just to ask you random questions."
I mean, she does that anyways. It's quite inappropriate.
So this has been my very first interview / podcast. I hope you've all enjoyed it. I will be doing more. I have some great guests lined up, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, exciting times.
Are we gonna tell the audience?
No.
They've
got to wait.
Sorry, guys. I tried to get the scoop for you.
No scoop here. You have to wait. I will be announcing them all soon. I'll be announcing them on probably a weekly basis, and the shows will be uploaded hopefully on Fridays on a weekly basis. I have been Nikki.
I've been also Nikki.
And sometimes Sammy.
And sometimes also Sammy.
I have been sometimes Sammy and sometimes Nikki. Who
Quick
knows?
shout out to my hair stylist, Nicola Heath.
What? You full named me?
Yeah, I did full name you. She does my space buns for pretty much all the Black Hat shows, and then when I wrestled Isaac, I had him in as well, just because I wanted to look a bit more innocent against the monster. She does them. She definitely hurts my head with all the bobby pins she puts in, but the looks it. So
They
yeah,
didn't fall out this last
they
one.
did not fall out.
I was well impressed. I kept saying it through your match. I was going, "Oh, his face buns have stayed in."
I mean, it's because there's 20 bobby pins in there, like in each bun.
Yeah, keep it in. Right. I have been Nikki. He has been Sammy. This has been Jobbing with Nikki. Thank you for watching / listening.
Ciao for now.
Bye.
Jobbing with Nikki.